it's Mommy Kath of Kitty Mama PH, and for today, I'll be sharing to you these top 10 essential oil singles and blends from Young Living that I personally recommend that you buy after your premium starter kit or your PSK. So if you want to learn more about these essential oils, keep watching this video. So before I start this video, allow me to greet everyone, my viewers, my subscribers, and those who are new to my channel. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our team, Kitty Mama. Alright, so since the pandemic, naging uso talaga yung essential oils, and we cannot really deny that. Madami talagang gumagamit ng essential oils. I've been using essential oils since 2017. And my first brand is actually, the first brand that I was able to use is actually Young Living. But since I got myself into the aromatherapist certification course, I have to explore other brands as well. Particularly those who can give me GCMS reports. Because from that report, I'm able to know its therapeutic benefits. Okay, so for this vlog, I'll be featuring Young Living brand, since we are talking about essential oils that I recommend that you buy after your PSK. Alright, so some of the oils I'll be mentioning here are kid-safe. Though Young Living, hindi nila nilalagay if it's a kid-safe oil, unlike Plant Therapy and Eden's Garden. But so far, yung iba that I will be sharing to you today are kid-safe. Okay? But don't worry, because I'll be mentioning naman per oil, per blend, if it's not really safe to use for your kids. So first, let's start off with Cedarwood. So what's really nice about Cedarwood is that it's a good oil for respiratory, lalo na for kids, since we cannot use conifer oils for kids. Conifer oils are really good for respiratory support. But since if you have kids, I would highly recommend that you use cedarwood or juniper berry. I'm not sure if Young Living has the juniper berry, but you can try with other brands, they have it. But then again, for today, we will be talking about Young Living alone. So, the first oil that I would really recommend that you buy is cedarwood. Focus ko lang. Wait. I'm trying so hard to be a vlogger here. Ayan. So that's cedarwood. Okay. Ooh. Hey. Focus, focus. Ayan. So, I would really recommend that you get cedarwood. Also, cedarwood is good for calming, for relaxing. So, you can add that with your lavender. So, yun, cedarwood, lavender, these two oils are a good combination for relaxing or for sleep. So that's cedarwood. And then again, it's also a good oil for respiratory, lalo na for our kids. Okay, next would be Palmarosa. Yan. Focus ko lang. Patience, patience. So you'll get to see how Palmarosa looks like. Actually, I'm still learning with this camera that I'm using. So please bear with me. So that's Palmarosa. Palmarosa is a good oil to use for skin. Lalo na if you have wounds or skin issues like eczema, rashes. It's a really good oil for healing. And I was able to get to learn more, to get to know more about this oil with my class right now sa certification course ko, because this oil is one of the oils that we study, and it's a really good oil for skin, for healing. It's a cicatrizant, so yan yung parang therapeutic benefit niya. So that's Palmarosa. So diba, if we have kids, very common talaga yung mga wounds, yung mga boo-boos and all, yung mga ganon. So I would recommend that you get Palmarosa. So after your PSK, you can get this oil as well. If I'm not mistaken, it's not that expensive. Siguro nasa 1,000 or something. I forgot. But anyway, you can check on Young Living's page if you want to check on its price. And also, I would recommend OWI. This is also a good oil for, hold on, I'll just zoom it in like so. Yan. So I would also recommend OWI. It's a kid scent line with Young Living. It's also a good oil. I actually consider it as a first aid oil kasi it has helichrysum inside. And we all know that helichrysum is an expensive essential oil. So if hindi mo siya medyo afford with the Young Living line, then I would recommend that you get OWI. Kasi it already has the helichrysum oil blended inside. And it's a really good oil for wounds, for bleeding, for... In fact, if dati I have pimples, ito yung ginagamit ko kasi tinitiris ko yung mga pimples ko. And I soak it there. I put the oil in a cotton and then I soak my pimple, yung wound. And then by next day, nagda-dry up siya. Mabilis siyang nagda-dry up. And with pimple, with that being said, si pimple, I would also recommend you getting tea tree. Before, actually, si Young Living, they labeled it. Hold on, it's not zooming. Kailangan ko ipakita, guys. Yan. So that's tea tree. But before, Young Living labeled it as tea tree. But now, it's actually labeled Melaleuca alternifolia. Yeah, so that's the new label, the Melaleuca alternifolia. Yan, so for pimples, for impurities sa face natin, I would recommend you getting Melaleuca alternifolia. Melaleuca alternifolia or the tea tree. So, yeah. These are the two oils. These are the same oils inside, but Young Living relabeled it. I'm not sure for the purpose bakit nila pinalitan yung name, but yeah, these two are just the same. So you can add this one sa toner mo or sa serum mo, so you can use it at night before you go to sleep. So speaking of face naman, by the way, this is the 4th oil that I'm recommending that you get after your PSK. And I would also recommend you getting Melrose. It's a really nice oil. Yan. Zoom again. Zoom Bakit ayaw? It takes time bago siya mag-zoom. So this is Melrose naman. Siguro kailangan ko takpan yung face ko. Yan. So the next oil that I would recommend that you get is the Melrose. This is also a really good oil for your face. In fact, I really incorporate this oil with my face serum and it does wonders. Lalo na if sabayan mo siya with a good carrier oil for face like rosehip oil or the jojoba oil, which is a really good oil. It's non-comedogenic. So if you are very prone to acne, pimples, I would recommend that you use that carrier oil along with your Melrose and your tea tree. Okay, so this is the 5th oil that I'm recommending that you buy. Also, it's really a good oil to pair with lavender and your Palmarosa for your skin, for skin healing. Alright, so we are down to 5 more essential oils. So the next oil that I would recommend is the RC. RC is a good oil also for cough, colds, lalo na for kids. And I usually use this oil for diffusion. Not so much with my blends. So I use this for my diffuser, lalo na if my kids have cough or colds, ganon. So I just use 1 drop or 2 drops the most. And also I would recommend you, this is the 5th oil, so nasa respiratory tayo ngayon. I would also recommend you getting Eucalyptus radiata. It's also a good oil for respiratory, for cough, for colds, for decongestion, for nasal congestion. I also use this oil whenever I feel like I'm getting sick, ganon, or I'm having a nasal congestion. So I use this oil, the Eucalyptus radiata. And yeah, it's a really good oil for me. In fact, I can just smell it right there and then sa bottle niya mismo. Pero mabilis lang. Kasi ayokong magka-olfactive fatigue. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention that tea tree is a good oil to diffuse for air cleansing because of its antimicrobial properties. It's really a good oil to use to diffuse if you want to clean out your air. Sa home nyo, sa house, or sa office, where sa car, if you have a car diffuser, yung nag-i-emit talaga ng mist ha, not yung passive diffuser lang. So yeah, that's it. And then I would also recommend you getting, I'm so sorry for the bottle, it's kinda not good to look at, so hindi ko na siya zoom. I would recommend you getting Purification. It's also a good blend. In fact, I use this one sa mga mist. Gumagawa ako ng mist talaga, ng sprayer with this oil inside. And of course, a soluble. Kasi we know that oil and water doesn't really mix together. So I use this oil if ever medyo maamoy-amoy. So it's a good deodorizer. It's one oil that I would really recommend that you buy after your immune starter kit. Alright, so now I would also recommend that you buy oregano. Oregano is a really good oil for immune boosting. Same with citrus oils. But with this one, I would not recommend this to be used for kids. Kasi it's a hot oil and you really need to dilute this one properly with a carrier oil before you use it. In fact, for me, I only use this one sa sole. I do not apply this one anywhere sa other parts ng body, but only sa sole. So it's a hot oil and I only use 0.5% for this oil. So you need to be very cautious with hot oils. So, but oregano is a really good oil, so still I would recommend you getting this oil. But you have to be very cautious. So it's not a good oil to use for kids. But it's a good oil to use for immune system, to support your immune system. So if you do that, just dilute it properly and apply it on your sole at bedtime every night, then cover it with socks. Also, I've learned somewhere, not really this at school, but I've also learned that oregano is also a good oil for asthma, for cough and colds. But then again, I would not recommend this one to be applied on the chest, lalo na if you are having respiratory difficulties, or lalo na if you are having respiratory issues. I would not recommend this to be applied on the chest nor back or anywhere sa upper body. I would highly recommend that you just apply this one sa sole, and please dilute it properly. As for me, I only use 0.5%. Alright, so that's the ninth oil. And then last, but definitely not the least, is Digitize. Digitize is a really good oil for tummy troubles, and I would recommend you to get this one as well. So, hindi siya nag-zoom. Allow me to zoom this one first before I move on. So, I think I really have to cover my face, no? Ayaw niya mag-zoom. Anyways, ayaw niyang mag-zoom. One last time. One more try before I move on. Anyway, so yeah, I would also recommend you guys getting this oil. It's a really good oil, lalo na if you have a sensitive tummy, and hindi ko lang bet yung amoy niya. Maybe because of the essential oils, the EO content. Wait lang ha. Let me have a look for the essential oils here ni Digitize. Kasi hindi ko feel yung amoy niya, but it really does wonders for me sa mga anong tawag niyan, sa tummy troubles. So, upon checking, meron siyang tarragon, ginger, peppermint, juniper, fennel, lemongrass, anise, and patchouli. And with that being said, I would not recommend this being used for kids since there are oils in here that is not good for kids to use. Okay, so, but for me, it really works good. It really works wonders for me. So, for kids, if meron silang tummy troubles, I would recommend Roman Chamomile. I would also recommend, yeah, I think Roman Chamomile is a good oil to use for what you call this, for tummy problems. And I forgot the other oil. There's this other oil. I will just put it right here sa caption once I edit this video. Or I'll share to you the recipe that I'm using for my kids' tummy aches. Ganun na lang. I'll just write it down here. So, yeah. But then, we are talking about Young Living here. So, yeah. The 10 EO blend that I recommend that you buy after your premium starter kit is Digitize. Before, when I got my PSK last 2017, I think my Digitize pa sila. I'm not pretty sure if meron pa silang Digitize now because I think they remove it. Bale, pinalitan nila ng ibang oil. So, yun. And again, these are those. So, that's my top 10 recommended essential oils that you purchase, that I recommend that you purchase after your PSK, your premium starter kit. So that is Cedarwood. Then we have Palmarosa for healing. Cedarwood is for calming, for relaxing, and it's also a good oil to use for respiratory support, lalo na for our kids. Then we also have OE. It's a good oil for wounds, and for me, I consider it as a first aid blend. So OE is a good oil. And then we have T3, which is Melaleuca alternifolia, labeled ngayon with Young Living. Dati, this is an old bottle, so it still has the T3 label. So ngayon, bago na yung label nila. And then we have Melrose for skin that I would recommend that you incorporate with your beauty care at night. And then RC for cough colds, Eucalyptus radiata purification, Oregano, and lastly Digitize. Also, I am recommending these two oils as well. So, hindi talaga pwede na 10 lang. So, I'm also recommending these two oils Abundance and Joy, which are really good oils. I mean, iba talaga yung scent nila, and kahit ngayon I am using other brands of essential oils, I still have this in my stash, in my personal stash. Kasi I just love the scent, lalo na si Abundance. It's really, parang opening siya. Parang, I don't know. You find it yourself, okay? You find that out for yourself. Kasi iba-iba yung preference natin. It can be, kasi si Abundance, may citruses siya. And then, ang sarap talaga ng amoy niya. Feeling ko, whenever I get to inhale the scent, I get energized, I get excited. Yung parang ganun na feeling. So, if you have extra money, then why not? Try Abundance. And see for yourself kung gusto mo yung oil niya. For Joy naman, medyo girly. Medyo parang nakakababae yung amoy niya. And I know there's a lot of florals in here. Kasi pagbukas ko pa lang, amoy ko na yung florals. So it's also a really good oil. So it's also a really good oil to invest in. So that's Joy and Abundance. So if you have comments or suggestions about which oils to purchase after the PSK, comment it down below. Baka may na-miss ako. But yeah. So if you like this video, please do not forget to hit that thumbs up button, that like button, and also do not forget to subscribe our channel and hit that bell button so you will be notified once we have new videos coming up. And also, please do visit our Facebook page, Kitty Mama PH, and if you want, you can join our Kitty Mama community, wherein I'll be offering essential oils, webinars, and workshops real soon. So I hope to see you there, and this has been Mommy Kat. I'll see you again on my next vlog. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, everyone. Bye!